Folks, I may be doing some of the same things wrong that you're doing wrong that leads to not catching catfish. Let's try to catch one, and then let's talk about what some of those reasons are. All right, guys, I think we got one right here on this red reel. It's outside planer. Yep, we are hooked up. Hooked up, baby. Making a pull through here with big baits on one side, cut bait on the other side. It's a winter day, highs in the upper 40s, around 50 degrees. Not much wind. We got a slight northerly breeze going on today. Small pieces of chicken over there to see if there's any mussel feeders out here. And then some big baits on this side to see what's in the water. Let's see if this one stayed hooked up. Looks like it's swimming off. Whichever way it's going. Did he stay buttoned? Yep, he's there. All right, I'm gonna try muscling this fish to this side of the boat. Also, second day with my multi-bar rod holder system. If you missed the first video, I'll show you some stuff about it. Nice little setup. Something new I'm running this year. Let's see if we can get this fish up here. I think he's liftable. He doesn't seem super huge. And again, he may get within eyesight and grow. Oop, he feels like he's growing. It's always good to get the first one in the boat, in the net. Oh yeah, it's a good fish. He's in some other lines too. Never a good sign. Never a good sign. Boom, got him. Fish number one in the net. I think he may have two lines. I think he may have our two out the back. Let's get a look at him. Oh, that's a good fish. That is a good fish. That is one that makes me happy. Big Dragon Master hook on there. It's one of their 10-aught circle hooks. Untangle some of this right quick. You can see it's one of the bigger baits. Not super huge, but a bigger bait. Heck yeah. Get those lines off of him. That's a very nice 16, 17 pound fish, guys. That's 16 pounds. Heck yeah. We will take that all day long, hitting some of the bigger baits, a little bit of mud on it. All right, nice fish. Heck yeah. Off to a heck of a good start. Let's get him back alive. Wow, there's a nice fish in the boat. That one came on a big cut bait. That was a nice one. What I'm doing here is I'm doing something different than what I normally do. I think one of the biggest things that we do when we're out fishing is we kind of do the same thing over and over and over. I'm fishing an area that I don't normally fish this time of the year for a lot of reasons. Most of them being is I've caught good fish here during other times of the year, so I think that's the time I'm supposed to be here. Don't do that. Or at least don't get locked in on it. Don't get locked in on one certain area. Now, you guys that fish from the bank, it's a little different story. You may not have the diversity in where you can fish, and I understand that. So you kind of get locked in and you have to take what the water gives you. But if you have the ability to move to different areas, up and down the bank, try that. Even though you think the fish are supposed to be deep or they're supposed to be shallow, if you're not catching them there, go try in the opposite direction. I think we all get guilty of that in the wintertime. I'm guilty of doing that, especially when it gets cold. I got another little reason I'll tell you about here in a minute as to something else that I think happens here in the wintertime. Let's stick another one and then we'll talk some more. Woohoo, that looks like a fish right there, inside planer board. I am not peeing in the lake. That is the automatic bilge coming on. The one thing I figured out is that my live well, the hose, that overflow hose, does leak. And when I've got it running, it will leak into the bilge. And it's got an automatic bilge that will pump the water out. So, good fix to have. I have dragged a long way since the last fish. I have come up onto some shallower water, as you can see. I'm right up next to some houses over here. And got a rod that just went over. I also put out, as you can see over here, a couple of down lines, one of which may be in the way. Out of the way. I absolutely love to catch catfish when they're suspended. It's just hard to catch them when they're suspended. But I decided to put some rods out just to see if it would make a difference. This one is on one of the larger pieces of bait too, by the way, guys. This board is slipping. That's why I haven't released the board yet. See if I can get it up here to where I can release it. Oh, sometimes it'll happen if you don't have those screws tight enough. The board will slip on the line, so I'll need to tighten that up. Fully adjustable. That's the cool thing about them. As I let that line get way too slack. Bad captain. Bad captain. This may be another good fish, guys. We ain't catching a ton this winter, but anything that's not a double-digit fish is rare. Good fish, good fish. Boom. Oh, up in there we go. Yeah, in all seriousness, we're not catching a ton of fish. I had that one good day on a guide trip that was phenomenal. I think we caught 16 fish. That one was the anomaly. Most of them are like these trips, 5, 6, 7 fish. But they're all double-digit fish like this one. So let's take a look at it. Heck yeah. Again, another one. I think it's the exact same bait as the last time, as a matter of fact, since it was the inside and what it would be. Exact same piece of bait. There he is. Heck yeah. 13 pounds, 14 maybe. It's literally the same piece of bait. Put it right back out. It was on the inside planer. Good looking blue cat. Got a little mud up here closer to the bank. We're in 15 feet of water. The stuff out there deeper. I don't know that there's necessarily fish up here. I did mark one a minute ago. I wish I'd have made a screenshot of it. Could be the same fish, I don't know, but it's not like it's on fire up here. I think I just found one that was eating. Let's get him back alive. Bang, that's fish number 2. I came a long way before I caught that fish. Another double-digit fish, nothing to complain about. The bite's not on fire. We're not catching a bunch of fish, but that's 2 nice fish. What did I do different there? Well, I went kind of shallow up toward the bank. Even with falling water temperatures like we've got, and it's not super cold yet here where we're at. We still got temperatures in the 50s. I decided, instead of pulling the deep water, the deepest part where everybody thinks fish are in the wintertime, I decided to move shallower. I was up in about 12 or 14 feet of water near the bank. You could see how close I was to the houses and those piers. So, good lesson there. Sometimes, if it ain't quite working where you're at, especially if you're fishing a place where you think the fish should be, that may not be there. It just, there's so many different combinations of stuff that happen out here that you get locked into doing something a certain way that you think it's supposed to be, and sometimes it's not. So take that 180-degree turn, do something totally different, see if that changes your luck.